Are you ready to take your survival pantry to the next level? In this video, we're going to cover 7 essential canned foods that every prepper should stockpile to ensure your family's safety and security during uncertain times. Canned goods are a crucial part of any long-term food storage plan. They're not just convenient, but also packed with nutrients and have an impressive shelf life. Whether you're preparing for natural disasters, economic instability, or any other emergency, having the right canned foods on hand can make all the difference. We'll explore options that provide balanced nutrition, versatility, and durability, while also giving tips on how to store them effectively to maximize their longevity. Don't leave your survival to chance. Stick around to find out which canned foods you need and why they're an indispensable part of any prepper's pantry. Let's get started. 1. Canned fish. When it comes to building a reliable and nutrient-packed survival pantry, canned fish is undoubtedly one of the top items on my list. It's an absolute powerhouse in terms of nutrition and versatility, which makes it indispensable for preppers. From tuna and salmon to sardines, mackerel, anchovies, and herring, canned fish provides a variety of options to suit different tastes and dietary needs. One of the most compelling reasons I stockpile canned fish is the nutritional benefits it offers. These cans may be small, but they're packed with protein and omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for maintaining overall health, especially in stressful or physically demanding situations. Omega-3s are great for heart health, brain function, and reducing inflammation, things that will absolutely matter in a survival scenario where every ounce of energy counts. I've also found that canned fish is generally more nutritious compared to canned chicken or beef, which often lack the same level of healthy fats. While building my stockpile, I'm mindful of mercury levels in certain kinds of fish. Luckily, options like sardines, mackerel, anchovies, salmon, and herring are not only healthier, but also have relatively lower mercury content compared to other fish. If I do include tuna, I prioritize light tuna over albacore because it has less mercury. This allows me to enjoy the benefits of canned tuna without worrying as much about potential risks. Another reason why canned fish is a no-brainer for preppers is its impressive shelf life. Most canned fish can last between 2 to 5 years, with many lasting even longer if stored properly. That reliability ensures I'm not constantly replacing items in my pantry, which is both cost-effective and convenient. It's also reassuring to know that in an emergency, I'll have access to nutrient-dense food that doesn't require refrigeration or complicated preparation. Whether I'm preparing for a natural disaster, economic uncertainty, or just ensuring my family is ready for the unexpected, canned fish is always a priority in my survival planning. Its long shelf life, nutritional benefits, and variety of options make it one of the best choices for anyone serious about stockpiling. If you're not already adding canned fish to your supply, it's time to start. Your future self will thank you. 2. Canned chicken. When it comes to building a solid survival pantry, canned chicken is a must-have. It combines nutrition, convenience, and versatility in one neatly packaged item. Canned chicken can be eaten straight from the can in times of urgency, which makes it perfect for emergencies, but it also works wonderfully as an ingredient in countless recipes. Whether you're making soups, casseroles, tacos, or salads, having canned chicken on hand ensures that you have a protein-packed base for your meals without the need for refrigeration. Nutritionally, canned chicken is a reliable option, though it's important to note that it is lower in calories, protein, and fat compared to something like canned fish. Despite this, it still provides essential nutrients and energy during survival situations. I always recommend opting for low-sodium versions, as this helps reduce overall sodium intake, which can be a serious concern when living off canned and preserved foods long-term. Health is key even in survival settings, and managing sodium consumption is part of staying in good shape. Another reason I stockpile canned chicken is its cost-effectiveness. Protein sources often come at a premium, but canned chicken is an affordable alternative, especially compared to canned ground beef or higher-end options like tuna or salmon. It's something I can purchase in bulk without breaking the bank, which helps me rotate my pantry regularly. Canned chicken feels less like a splurge and more like a smart investment in both nutrition and preparedness. The shelf life is another standout feature that makes canned chicken ideal. Most cans will last anywhere from 2 to 5 years when stored properly. If you're lucky, you might even find versions with dark meat, which not only tastes richer but also provides more calories, a crucial consideration in survival situations where every calorie counts. For me, canned chicken is one of the most practical and versatile items in my survival pantry. It's shelf-stable, affordable, and easy to use whether I'm facing an emergency or just want to throw together a quick meal. With its long lifespan and adaptability, canned chicken is an essential component of any prepper's stockpile. 3. Canned soups and stews. One of my top recommendations for your survival pantry is canned soups and stews. These are fantastic additions due to their versatility, convenience, and nutritional value. When prepping, finding foods that are ready to eat with minimal preparation is crucial, and soups and stews fit that requirement perfectly. They are easy to heat, require no additional cooking, and can be a comforting, satisfying option during emergencies. What I love about canned soups and stews is the incredible variety. My go-to favorites include vegetable soups, which are packed with fiber and essential nutrients, and chicken noodle soup for its excellent protein content. For a more filling option, bean-based soups are a great choice, since they're high in protein and incredibly hearty. Tomato-based options are rich in flavor and calories, while cream-based soups can provide a much-needed boost of energy with their higher fat content. Having a mix of these varieties ensures a balanced diet and keeps meals interesting even in trying times. From a nutritional standpoint, canned soups are a powerhouse. They provide a good balance of protein, healthy fats, carbohydrates, and fiber. These nutrients are vital to keeping you energized and healthy during an emergency situation. However, there's one thing I always keep in mind: sodium levels. Many canned soups are high in salt, which can lead to dehydration if consumed frequently. That's why I always opt for low-sodium options whenever possible, to ensure they align with long-term health needs. Another major advantage of canned soups and stews is their impressive shelf life. Most varieties typically last between 2 to 5 years, or even longer, especially when stored correctly in a cool, dry area. Their longevity makes them a reliable choice for stockpiling, as you can count on them to stay fresh and safe for consumption over extended periods of time. Plus, you'll save money by not needing to rotate your supplies as often. Canned soups and stews are an essential part of any prepper's survival pantry. They are nutritious, filling, and incredibly shelf-stable, offering peace of mind in the face of uncertainty. By including these in your stockpile, you're not only preparing for emergencies, but also ensuring your family has comforting and nourishing meals when they're needed most. For canned beans. When it comes to building a reliable survival pantry, canned beans are an absolute must-have. I've learned that their versatility alone makes them a top choice. They can be eaten straight out of the can in a pinch, or used as a key ingredient in hearty recipes like chili, soups, or even a simple side dish of ranch beans. Canned beans provide the freedom to experiment with meals without sacrificing nutrition or convenience, which is critical when you're relying on your stockpile. What's even better is the exceptional nutritional value that canned beans offer. These little powerhouses are packed with calories to keep energy levels up, making them ideal for high-demand situations. They're also high in protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass and overall strength when physical activity is inevitable during survival scenarios. On top of that, the fiber in beans is a lifesaver for digestion, something that can quickly become a challenge when eating shelf-stable foods for extended periods. Plus, they're a great source of iron, magnesium, and various vitamins, helping to meet daily nutritional needs when fresh produce is out of the picture. Storage is another factor that sets canned beans apart as a prepper's favorite. They're incredibly easy to stockpile and maintain. Whether you're storing them in your pantry, basement, or even a dedicated emergency supply area, they don't require much work to keep them shelf-stable. With proper storage, canned beans can last anywhere from 2 to 5 years, but I've found that with the right conditions, like keeping them in a cool, dry place, they often remain edible well beyond their best-by date. The combination of durability, nutrition, and adaptability makes canned beans a no-brainer for anyone serious about prepping. Whenever I add a few cans to my stash, I feel more confident about my food security. It's also comforting to know there's something so simple yet so nourishing available when needed. For me, it's not just about survival, it's about thriving in any circumstance. And having canned beans at the ready makes that goal much more attainable. 5. Canned vegetables. When planning for long-term survival, I always make sure to include a diverse selection of canned vegetables in my pantry. These are an excellent source of essential vitamins and minerals that our bodies need to function, especially when fresh produce is not available. Green vegetables like spinach, peas, and green beans are rich in nutrients that support energy production and immune health. While options like canned corn may not be as nutritious, they still provide valuable carbohydrates and variety to meals. Including a mix of different vegetables ensures that I get a wide range of nutrients to help maintain overall health during challenging times. Canned vegetables are also incredibly versatile, and I can incorporate them into a wide range of dishes, such as stews, casseroles, or even simple sides to complement stored proteins. Having a mix makes meal planning less monotonous while also helping maintain balanced nutrition for extended periods. Personally, I prioritize stocking up on mixed vegetables because they provide a combination of nutrients that can be used straight out of the can or cooked into a hearty survival recipe. Another important factor I keep in mind is the shelf life. Canned vegetables usually last between 2 to 5 years, which makes them an ideal option for long-term storage. However, I make it a point to rotate my supplies regularly to ensure that every can is within its peak quality window. I've also learned to be cautious when it comes to acidic vegetables like tomatoes, since they can degrade the lining of cans more quickly. Checking for swelling, rust, or any signs of compromise is crucial before consuming older cans. Canned vegetables are not only practical but essential for sustaining nutrition when fresh produce simply isn't an option. From their impressive shelf life to their ability to fill dietary gaps, they have become a staple in my survival pantry. I personally consider them one of the most important items to stockpile, especially since they provide a reliable source of plant-based nutrients that help me stay healthy and resilient in uncertain times. 6. Canned fruits. When stocking up on long-term food supplies, canned fruits are an essential addition to any survival pantry. While many preppers tend to focus on non-perishable staples like rice and beans, I've learned that incorporating canned fruits adds not only variety, but also important nutritional benefits that should not be overlooked. These sweet and hydrating options can serve as both a morale booster and a practical source of vitamins, something I appreciate when planning for emergencies. Canned fruits are packed with natural sugars, which can provide a quick energy boost during long, tiring days. They're also an excellent source of essential vitamins and nutrients. For instance, peaches are rich in vitamin A and potassium, while pineapples and mandarin oranges contain a good dose of vitamin C, which is crucial for maintaining a healthy immune system. Vitamin C, in particular, is vital in preventing deficiencies like scurvy, which can arise when fresh produce is unavailable for extended periods. Pears bring fiber and copper to the table, making them a practical pick for digestive health and maintaining energy levels. And of course, mixed berries offer antioxidants that protect our bodies from damage and help fight fatigue, something anyone could use in a survival situation. What I personally love about canned fruits is their versatility. They work just as well as a quick snack as they do for sprucing up meals. When regular desserts aren't an option, canned fruits come to the rescue, satisfying sweet cravings and lifting spirits when times get tough. Since they're typically packed in juices or syrup, they also help with hydration, another critical factor in an emergency. For families, especially those with picky eaters or children, they are a universally friendly food option that guarantees everyone has something enjoyable to eat. However, it's important to keep an eye on their shelf life. Unlike more durable canned goods, canned fruits have a shorter lifespan due to the natural acidity that can cause can degradation over time. To ensure they remain fresh and safe to use, I make it a habit to rotate my stock regularly. Keeping track of expiration dates and placing newer cans in the back of the pantry ensures nothing goes to waste. Of all the canned goods I stock, canned fruits hold a special place for their ability to provide comfort, nutrition, and variety, which are critical elements in times of uncertainty. If you're looking to strike a balance between practicality and morale-boosting foods, this is one category not to skip. 7. Canned milk. When it comes to stocking up your survival pantry, canned milk is an absolute must. It provides a reliable alternative to fresh milk, which, let's face it, isn't easy to keep around when refrigeration isn't an option or supply chains are disrupted. There are two main types of canned milk to consider: evaporated milk and powdered milk, and each has unique benefits tailored to different needs. Evaporated milk is simply fresh milk with around 60% of its water content removed. This not only gives it a longer shelf life, but also makes it more versatile in survival scenarios. When reconstituted with water, it tastes remarkably similar to regular fresh milk, which means it can be used on cereals, in baking, or even in your coffee or tea. Its creamy texture also makes it a great addition to recipes like casseroles, soups, or sauces, adding richness that powdered milk sometimes can't achieve. Plus, with a shelf life of 1 to 2 years, evaporated milk efficiently fills that gap between fresh milk and most long-lasting canned goods. On the other hand, powdered milk offers another excellent option. Because it's completely dehydrated, it's lighter to store and much easier to pack for people on the move. You can mix powdered milk with water whenever it's needed, and its extended shelf life makes it indispensable in long-term emergency planning. It may not have the same taste as fresh milk, but powdered milk is an incredible source of calcium and protein in a pinch, which is crucial during survival situations, when nutrient intake matters more than convenience. For me, both types of canned milk have a firm place in my emergency preparation plan. I always ensure to stock up on evaporated milk for its convenience in cooking and powdered milk for its portability and longer-lasting nature. Together, they provide a flexible, nutritious way to maintain milk in my diet, no matter the circumstances. Their shelf lives are perfect for long-term storage while still providing the satisfaction of knowing I have an option when fresh supplies run out. Canned milk might not be the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about survival foods, but it's a vital staple. Whether you're planning for a short-term emergency or long-term storage, this versatile item will make your pantry all the better prepared for whatever comes your way. Best practices for storing canned foods. When it comes to ensuring my survival pantry is ready for any situation, proper storage of canned foods is critical. Canned goods are a prepper's go-to because of their long shelf life, nutrient retention, and incredible versatility. However, how I store those cans makes all the difference in preserving their quality and maximizing their usability. Over the years, I've learned some essential best practices to make sure my stockpile stays in top condition. One of the most important practices I follow is using the first in, first out fifing method. This simply means that the oldest cans get used first. Every time I add new canned goods to my pantry, I place them at the back of the shelf, allowing me to always grab the oldest ones from the front. It's an easy way to make sure nothing gets wasted or forgotten at the back of a crowded shelf. Consistently rotating my stock not only prevents food spoilage, but also allows me to monitor the condition of the cans regularly. Storage conditions play a huge role as well. I make sure to keep my canned foods in a cool, dry place, ideally somewhere between 50 to 70 DFF. Extreme temperatures can impact the integrity of canned goods, so my pantry stays far away from heat sources like stoves or water heaters. Sunlight is another factor I pay attention to. I store my cans in a shaded area or use closed cabinets or storage racks with covers. This helps maintain the quality of the food inside. I also check the condition of the cans themselves. Any can with dents, rust, or damage is a risk I'm simply not willing to take. Damaged cans can compromise the food inside, potentially leading to contamination. Before I add new cans to my stockpile, I always inspect them to ensure they're in pristine shape. It's one of those extra steps that gives me peace of mind, knowing my resources won't fail me when I need them most. Knowing the shelf life of different types of canned foods is also part of my strategy. Most canned goods can last for 2 to 5 years or more when properly stored, but I make a note of which foods don't last as long. Highly acidic foods, such as tomatoes or fruits, have a shorter shelf life, as they can cause the cans to degrade faster. I like to keep a small inventory list labeling the purchase dates or expiration dates so I can stay on top of what needs to be used soon. Lastly, I always inspect my canned goods before opening them. If a can looks swollen, leaks, or shows signs of spoilage, I don't take any chances. Trusting my senses, sight, smell, and common sense is vital when determining whether food is safe to consume. After all, it's better to lose one can of beans than risk my health. Taking the extra time to follow these best practices pays off when I know I've built a reliable and safe emergency food supply. Canned foods are an essential component of any survival pantry, and with proper care they can sustain me in uncertain times, ensuring I'm ready for whatever challenges come my way. Additional tips. When it comes to building a survival pantry, I've learned that variety is everything. Sure, canned foods are the backbone of any prepper's stockpile, but don't stop there. Mix in pantry staples like rice, pasta, and dried beans, as well as some freeze-dried meals. These extras not only give you more meal options, but also help prevent food fatigue. Trust me, eating the same thing every day can wear you down. A balanced assortment of foods is key to keeping your family nourished and happy during uncertain times. Another tip I swear by is gradual stockpiling. Don't feel like you need to buy everything at once. It's easier and less overwhelming to build your stash bit by bit. During each grocery run, I like to toss in a few cans of veggies, beans, or even canned meats. Over time, that small effort really adds up. Plus, spreading out your purchases is a lot more budget-friendly than trying to do it all in one go. Finally, always consider personal preferences when choosing what to stockpile. It's tempting to grab whatever's on sale, but if no one in your family likes it, those cans will just sit there taking up space. Think about the foods you enjoy most and prioritize those. For example, my family loves canned peaches, so I stock up on those instead of something we'd likely avoid. When the time comes to use your stash, it's much better knowing everyone will actually want to eat it. By focusing on variety, taking small steps, and choosing foods your family loves, You can create a survival pantry that's practical, efficient, and comforting. Little by little, you'll be ready for anything. Building a well-thought-out survival pantry is an essential step in being prepared for the unexpected. By stocking up on versatile, nutritious, and long-lasting canned foods, you equip yourself and your family with both sustenance and peace of mind. Remember, the key is to select items that are not only practical but also suit your family's tastes. With these 7 canned foods as a foundation, you'll be ready to tackle any emergency with confidence and comfort.